All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, we're going to give all praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh,
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakapadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the Akim and the few Aquath who may be listening. We the brothers from the Great Millstone camp here in Chicago.
On the brother Yediah.
On the brother Batakala, and Lord willing, this would be a quick and edifying lesson. We're going to play this clip real quick, and then, Lord willing, we're going to get some precepts and break it down.
Rabbi Mayweather. Rabbi Mayweather.
All right, so as you see, and I'm sure you've heard, because it's in the news, this nigga Floyd Mayweather, Salakia, you know, he sold out, and, you know, it was all for naught. You know, first and foremost, you know, we under the curses, man. And it doesn't matter what deal you make with these devils, you can't escape Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. These devils not going to put you in a position where you jumping over Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, even if they wanted to, which they don't want to do because they your enemy. All right? Having to go to your enemy for the one of all things, that's a part of the curses. Putting money in a bag with holes in it, that's a part of the curses. All right, now you see this nigga Floyd, he done went broke because these small hats was taking money from him when he and this nigga, one of his main talking points used to be bragging about how these 1948 or you wishes was helping him be a billionaire and showing him investments and shit like that. Meanwhile, the whole time these motherfuckers been stealing from him, man, and rightfully so. Fuck him. You know, you want to sell out and be an advocate for all that bullshit, and see a nigga like that is double wicked because he knows he's an Israelite.
Yep. Hey, you go back like 2-3 years ago, you know, he was on podcast talking about we
Drink
the tribe
Champs.
The tribe of Judah, we the Israelites, we the real Jews, the Jews is black. Then Amalek came and told him, like, nigga, you want to keep these riches, you know, you finna become our advocate. And what happened? You know, he had, I believe, some people close to him died. I think it was like his baby mama.
Yeah, his
like
friend, his baby mama, his friend, and another one of his other friends that was a woman also, and his uncle too.
Then they sent this nigga all throughout Israel, all these different museums.
Yeah.
And he became the mascot for the Tiny Tots.
Yeah.
Now fast forward to today, he on Instagram complaining, crying about how these rats then stole his money.
Yeah.
But hey, that's your judgment because you didn't trust in Esau, even a self-proclaimed white man, and the heads of them, these Amalekites, man. Yeah. Now you're receiving that return. They fucking you over now.
That's right. And hey, I want to say this because the title that I gave to the lesson is that having the truth and the names are the greatest gifts we can receive. See, these niggas, they sell out to receive all these earthly gifts and these worldly gifts, and this is where they end up at. All right, but that's why it's important for us to always keep things in perspective because it's hard, man. We out here fighting and striving to go through the straight gate every day, and it's not easy. And then you see all these niggas in the world that's so-called prospering, so-called having money, so-called having clout and all this other shit. And you know, we have to humble down because before honor comes humility, man. You know, and really, we richer than all these niggas because we got this truth, and that's the real riches. All right? This is Proverbs 30:4. It says, who hath ascended up into heaven or descended? Who hath gathered the wind in his fist? Who hath bound the waters in a garment? Who hath established all the ends of the earth? What is his name, and what is his son's name, if thou can tell? Every word of Yahweh is pure. He is a shield unto them that put their trust in him. And thou not unto his words, lest he reprove thee, and thou be found a liar. All right. And guess what? Floyd was not protected dealing with these kites because the Lord not dealing with him. He don't got the names of the Lord. He don't got the spirit. So this nigga sold out, and they took all their money back from his ass, man. And they might lock this nigga up. You know, these devils come up with, well, they already locked him up for allegedly beating a woman, which didn't happen. But, you know, these niggas don't be having money. He probably ain't pay his taxes. They done stole his bread.
They gonna tarnish his name.
Yeah.
To destroy his whole legacy that he built up. But once again, you trusted in the devil. I got one.
Yeah.
This Isaiah 28 and verse 15. Because ye have said, we have made a covenant with death, and with hell are we at agreement. When the overflowing scourge shall pass through, it shall not come nigh, it shall not come unto us. For we have made lies our refuge, and on the falsehood have we hid ourselves. And these guys, and guys like Floyd, and all of these sellouts, man, that accepted, the worldly gifts, and tried to hide themselves under it. Look, all that's gonna fail you, man.
That's right.
Because here we are at the end, and the most precious thing that you can have is faith. And as the brother said, the true names of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Other than that, you have nothing.
That's right.
And now this guy Floyd, he's been on a pedestal. He's been lording over niggas for decades.
Yeah.
Now you being bro low. Now you being humiliated, and your name is tarnished amongst your people.
That's right.
I'm gonna jump down to verse 18. It says, "And your covenant with death shall be disannulled, and your agreement with hell shall not stand. When the overflowing scourge shall pass through, then you should be trodden down by it." So now judgment is coming to Floyd Mayweather, man.
Yeah.
And
it's just the beginning of his judgment, man. It's going to continue to get worse. All right. But like the brother said, having that faith, having the true names of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai and the 100% truth, that's the real gift. That's the real riches. That's what we really should be striving for. And that's what we are striving for. And Lord willing, we continue in that, because at the end of the day, and Floyd lost his money on this side before the nukes came, but even if he kept his riches or get his riches back,
still lost.
When the nukes come, all that shit is over with, no matter what.
All 50 of his Bentleys getting burnt up.
And that nigga gonna be in the fucking kingdom with his head in the dirt because he sold out and did this little song and dance for these you wishes, man. This Matthew 6 and 9.
And the scriptures say be with many stripes.
Yeah.
Granted, he ain't out here, he wasn't out here prophesying.
No, he knows.
But you said it.
He knows.
He went on public, but then he backtracked, man.
Yeah.
So you got
he gonna get beaten with many stripes, bro. Yeah. What's the difference, bro? What's the difference? Especially when you got a platform like that. It ain't no difference, man. That dude knows what he knows. And really, to be honest with you, because the way I feel about it with you niggas is, whether you come out and say it or not, once you know, nigga, you know. And now you going to get many stripes for knowing, man. Because at the end of the day, these niggas don't want to give up their lavish life, so-called, that they get from Esau, which is really a punk-ass existence. But they just love being able to lord over niggas, man. And they don't want to give up their ability to stun on niggas. So instead of humbling down and doing this work, they want to be suckers, man, and work for this devil, man. So you niggas gonna get many stripes. You the same thing as a false prophet. All right? Because, hey, man, they use niggas like that to push a agenda, man. Just like they use these fake pastors, just like they use these fake camps, man. It's no difference. This nigga promotes all type of wickedness on Jake, man. And then we'll justify all that wickedness with that so-called prosperity that he gets from these devils, man. And that shit make Jake want to be like him. This Matthew 6 and 19, it says, "Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust doth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust doth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also." And see, this nigga Floyd, his investment was in this world. He invested in the wealth of this world, the riches of this world. He was willing to do whatever he had to do to secure the riches of this world. And guess what happened? All that money he had, all them so-called people he had around him, and he still got robbed, man. And them devils that stole that money from him, nothing is going to happen to them. And they not going to have to give him that money back either. Because guess what? The person who's going to be passing judgment on this matter is another devil.
Yep.
Go ahead, brother. You got it.
This Psalm 62 and 10, it says, "Trust not in oppression, and become not vain in robbery. If riches increase, set not your heart upon them." See, and once again, this guy, he trusted in Esau Edom, the oppressor, in his faulty system that he set up, man. And now it's biting him back in his ass, man.
That's right.
See? You got something?
Yeah.
You got it.
This is Matthew 16 and 24. It says, "Then said Yahushai unto his disciples, If any man will come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me. For whosoever will save his life shall lose it, and whosoever will lose his life for my sake shall find it." All right. And like the brother mentioned earlier, this nigga came out on the Drink Champs and told the truth. And then out of fear of saving his life and his riches, when them small hats told him he couldn't do that, he decided to go and do whatever they had to tell him to do in order to preserve himself and save his life.
Yeah, he went on like a 2-year campaign for Israel.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what? The whole time was getting fucking robbed by these niggas, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right? And you trying to be selfish and preserve yourself and do wickedly in order to preserve yourself. The Lord is not honoring that, man. You're going to pay a heavy price for doing that shit. And you're going to pay an even heavier price for, one, knowing this truth and not actually following the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of your ability. And two, for promoting all this folly that you done promoted amongst Jake, man, in this high position that you got, man. This is verse 26. It says, for what is a man profited if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? Or what shall a man give in exchange for his soul? And guess what? This nigga Floyd sold his soul to these devils. And all of the things that you exchanged for your soul, you don't have ownership of nothing here. All that shit that this nigga walk around throwing in Jake's face, wearing all these watches and having all these cars, you don't own none of that here. Whether you so-called paid it off or not. This devil can show up and take all of your shit and nobody gonna do nothing about it, man. Just like nobody gonna do nothing about these millions that they took from you. And like I said, it's only gonna get worse for this nigga. And the brother mentioned they're gonna drag this guy's name all the way through the dirt. And usually when they do that, that comes with what? They're gonna take all them assets back and all that shit. Because you know how Amalek play it. He coming against them, they gonna say he anti-Sem for trying to say that they was stealing that shit.
Bring up accusations, destroy your legacy and everything.
Yeah, and that nigga gonna be back in Grand Rapids, Michigan, broke. You know, and we don't feel bad for him. Because at the end of the day, the Lord blessed this monkey with a platform. Because at the end of the day, whether you sell out or not, everything you have, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai gave it to you, man.
Yep.
So the Lord set this nigga up with a platform, blessed him with all of those riches, skills, all that, and he turned around and instead of bearing his cross when the time came, he decided that he was gonna double down on the folly and promote bullshit to Jake with the platform the Lord gave him.
Now the Lord taking it away from him.
That's right. It's verse 27. It says, for the Son of Man shall come in the glory of his Father with his angels, and then he shall reward every man according to his works. And see, you niggas, this ain't JC that you dealing with, that you about to be dealing with, man. All this false doctrine that these niggas done raised you in, man, telling you can do whatever you want to do, and then you just say, I'm sorry, and JC gonna forgive you. That's fake, man. JC a cartoon character. They made that nigga up.
Mm-hmm.
All right? Yahweh Shai is coming back, and he's bringing a sword with him. He's bringing destruction with him. He ain't playing with niggas. And you're going to be rewarded according to your works. That's why we seek out our salvation with fear and trembling, man. And pray that the Lord have mercy on us every day. But see, this nigga Floyd and all these other niggas that sell outs, Hakai, all these niggas, man. They in the spirit of pride. And the Lord is coming to set the proud low, man.
Mm-hmm.
This verse 28. It says, verily I say unto you, there be some standing here which shall not taste of death till they see the Son of Man coming in his kingdom. And hey, that's what we hoping for, man. We hoping they receive that call on them chariots while the rest of these niggas get smoked down here, man. So that we can be first round draft picks in the kingdom and come back and have and pass judgment on all our enemies right alongside Yahweh Shai, man. And you niggas included in that. Because those of you that don't get smoked in these nukes, you're going to be gathered up and put to death in front of Yahweh Shai, man. Plain and simple. And then the rest of you heathens, you going into captivity. And that's what we fighting for. That's what we hoping for. We not worried about trying to be millionaires on this side. If the Lord bless, the Lord bless, and we'll use that money to help each other. But for the most part, we don't give a fuck about that shit. We pray for our daily bread. The Lord bless us with that, and we content, man.
Mm-hmm.
And selling out is not in the equation. And Lord willing, it stay that way. All you niggas that think you gonna live it up, hey, man, you got 2 minutes left on the clock in this bitch, like the Elder Yaka always say, man. The game about to be over, nigga. You selling out with 30 seconds left on the clock, selling out like a goofy, man.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what? I wouldn't be surprised if they take Floyd and make him take that MOTB on TV, man. Just like they gonna do with the rest of these celebrity niggas. Snoop, all these niggas, man. That's what they see. Esau, that's the grand plan of these devils. And that's the final thing that they gonna get. They gonna do with you niggas, man. You niggas that sold out, hey, that's your real job. They building you niggas up now so that they can send you niggas on TV to take the chip, man. And then get all these other niggas to take it because you did it, man.
It's Sirach 12 and verse 10. Never trust thine enemy, for like his iron rusteth, so of his wickedness. And Floyd, he thought he was that guy. What that nigga Jay-Z said, I'm not black, I'm OJ.
Yeah.
Look, you an Israelite, man. You know, under the curses, man.
That's right.
And Esau, he gave you them little, treats, gave you a couple M's. Now he's coming to take that shit back, man.
Yeah.
This is the devil.
Yeah.
It says, though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hadst wiped the looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust have not been altogether wiped away. Because these are the same devils. It says, set him not by thee, lest when he have overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place, neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat, and thou at the last remember my words and be pricked therewith. Right? And they saying this guy Floyd, so-called best friend or a close affiliate that stole his money.
Yeah.
Here it is, you got these rats. These imposters that's claiming to be who you are.
Yeah.
You got them right next to you thinking they not finna snake you out, man.
Yeah, and then they doubly hate you because you actually know what it is.
Right.
They think you a clown. And at the end of the day, and like the brother said, they not the people, but their mindset is that of as if they were. You just a goyim to them, nigga. Yep. You just somebody that can be exploited. And that they don't have to abide by no rules when it pertains to you.
It says, lest he seek to take thy seat, and thou at the last remember my words and be pricked therewith. And now this guy Floyd, he crying about it. They stole my money.
Yeah, don't nobody get no fuck, nigga.
It says, who will pity a charmer that has been with a serpent, or any such as come now wild beasts? So one that goeth to a sinner and is defiled with him in his sins, who will pity? Right, and now is no pity. Because you know what it was, man,
Yeah.
You came out, you pronounced Israel, who the true Israelites were, but then you backtrack.
Yeah. You get that, both of them that go down to Egypt, I got it on airplane mode, Salakia.
This Isaiah 31 and verse 1, it says, woe to them that go down to Egypt for help, and stay on horses and trust in chariots, because there are many, and in horsemen, because they are very strong, but they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek Yahweh.
Yeah, and see that this nigga had an opportunity, just like all of you niggas, because Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is a righteous power and a just power. All you jakes got the chance to turn back, man. And this nigga had an opportunity. He said the right thing at one particular time. And them niggas told him that he had to back up off of it or face the consequences. And instead of being a fucking man about it, that nigga got scared and decided to be selfish and preserve his own self, man.
No integrity.
And guess what? This is a cautionary tale, but it's all things are double. Because this is why it's important to read. This is why it's important to stay in the scriptures and study. And if you're not reading every day, you know, do your best to do that, man. Because the Lord puts stories in the scriptures where scenarios like this happen, but the men of the Lord stood stiff for his name, and the Lord delivered them, man. Hey, and yeah, a lot of the prophets was put to death, but guess what? They name held strength, and the Lord is going to still deliver them in the end, man. All right? You read the book of Daniel. They told them to kneel to the statue. They didn't want to do it. They got sent to the fire. Them niggas that took them into the fire got cooked before they even walked in that bitch, man. And Nebuchadnezzar looked in the fire, and Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego was good in there, man. With Yahushai. All right? Same thing with Joseph. Joseph got bagged up because he didn't want to commit adultery. He stood on the principles of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. They locked him up. But what happened? The Lord delivered him out of that. And then he got set up as second in command in all of Egypt.
Yeah. Moses, he forsook the riches of Egypt, you know, and chose rather to suffer with the people of the Lord. This man, that Floyd got put in a similar situation, and instead of him saying, I fucking nah, we the Israelites, this the end, you know, I'm gonna tell my people, he chose the no integrity route.
That's right.
And now look at where he's at.
That's right.
know?
And but you know what? The Lord put him in the bag for a reason. All right. And at the end of the day, the Lord didn't choose these niggas that's so-called on top to preach this word, man. He didn't choose a proud nigga like Floyd to preach the word. Why? Because that nigga Floyd's so proud, he'll talk about how it's him that did it. I did this. He one of them type niggas, man. The Lord picked us, man. Lord willing, we endure to the end and we be of that number. The Lord picked the broken things of this society, the lowly men of this society, so he could really show his power, man. So we hoping that we endure, and that's what we praying for. All these niggas that so-called winning, you about to start fucking losing big time, man. This nigga Floyd is just the first of many of you niggas that's finna go down, man. And really behind closed doors, these niggas been losing. Cause y'all don't really, Salakia, y'all don't really know what these niggas have to do to secure these riches, man. That they just putting in the bag with holes in it anyway, cause you can't escape these curses. You got anything else? Hey, man, so keep that in mind, man. Stay prayed up. Continue to read, man. Remember all these accounts in the scriptures where the Lord did not forsake his men, man. How did the precept go for who?
Whoever trust in the Lord was confounded.
Yep. You got to remember that, man. You got to know that that's really the truth, because we coming into a point in time where we all going to be put in situations where everything is going to be on the line, man. And we're going to have to decide if we're going to stand for the Lord or if we're going to sell out to this devil. Go ahead, bro.
This Rock 2:10, it says, look at the generations of old and see, did ever any trust in Yahweh and was confounded, or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken, or whom did he ever despise that called upon him?
Hey, man, so we got to believe that 100% wholeheartedly. And guess what? Whether we believe it or not, it's going to be tested, man. Each and every one of the men of the Lord is going to be tested. We already being tested, but the test is going to continue to get more high stakes as we go on in this society, man. Mm-hmm. And eventually it's going to get to the point where everything is going to be on the line, and we really going to have to be willing to either lay our life down or just go through it to get to it, man. And that's why the Lord is showing us these niggas that was soft now. And that's why the Lord showed us the men, the Lord of old, that decided to keep their integrity and show us the rewards that they received for that, man. We don't got no excuses. And we almost at the end. All we got to do is keep pushing. All you niggas that don't want to fucking do it, fuck you, man. The Lord going to kill you, and he going to take everything from you before he do it. All right, so with that, we're going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the Akim and a few Akwad who may be listening. Lord willing, this is an edifying lesson. Until next time, Kwam Yasharala Wa Baba Ball. Shalom.